At OPTAVIA, our mission is to offer the world lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. The following audio contains the personal testimonials of independent coaches and clients within the OPTAVIA community. Their results are based on the unique experiences of their journey. We cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. We hope these stories inspire you to continue your journey with or join OPTAVIA, but please note they have not been verified and your individual journey to optimal health will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you speak with a healthcare provider in the US or a doctor in Singapore and Hong Kong prior to beginning your journey with OPTAVIA. Additionally, this audio may contain income or earning representations of some independent OPTAVIA coaches. We cannot guarantee financial success. Success with OPTAVIA is derived from successful sales efforts, which required hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. OPTAVIA acknowledges that this audio may be accessible to OPTAVIA coaches in the US, Hong Kong, and Singapore. For independent OPTAVIA coaches operating in the US, please see the OPTAVIA Income Disclosure Statement for statistics on actual earnings of US coaches under the US Compensation Plan. Please note that the Income Disclosure Statement only applies to independent OPTAVIA coaches operating in the US under the US Compensation Plan and does not in any way constitute any representations as to actual or potential accrual of benefits for Hong Kong or Singapore coaches under the International Compensation Plan. Yours in Health, the OPTAVIA team.
Welcome to the community night and our inspirational stories. Thank you for joining us. We'll just dive right in, kind of let you know who I am. My name is Casey Mitzel. I'm an independent certified OPTAVIA coach. I have been coaching with OPTAVIA for about 10 years, maybe just a little bit more than that. And the interesting thing is, as a career personal trainer and nutrition scientist, which you don't have to be any of these things to be a health coach, which is what's so amazing, because we are peer and mentored through an apprentice style training that we can just reach out to everybody and impact the entire world just by connecting and communicating with people. But in 2008, during the financial crises, I allowed myself to put on 45 pounds, okay? And from somebody who has always been into the nutritional realm, the fitness and physical fitness realm, what I learned and what OPTAVIA had taught me during that time is that the emotional state of your well-being is such a critical part, because if that's not there, due to the financial crisis, we had financial stress. I was laying off tons of employees. I was closing centers down. I was doing this thing that was that's not what I do. I like to offer opportunities to people. So during that time, I allowed my emotional mismanagement to just allow my body to go all out of whack. So I was introduced to OPTAVIA and went through the Habits of Health system, got my life back in order, and realized this is when I became a real coach, was that all areas of your life will impact your overall health and well-being. And that was the critical lesson. So they say the obstacle is the way. That was the obstacle that was put in front of me to say, hey, I don't care how much you know about nutrition sciences and how much you know about exercise. It doesn't matter if you don't have your emotional well-being where it needs to be, okay? And you can even argue the financial well-being, because with OPTAVIA, we have that unique opportunity to take advantage of that opportunity as well. So here's the statistics, guys. Worldwide obesity has nearly tripled since 1975. Most of the world's population live in countries where overweight and obesity kills more people than being underweight. And almost a third of the adults with partners, and that's 31%, report that money is a major source of conflict in their relationships. 69% of workers were stressed over their finances, with really admitting, 72% of them admitting that worrying about their their personal finances while they're at work. So while they're trying to make ends meet, they're actually still really worried. And right now, we kind of have a crisis going on where we sometimes maybe not knowing where we're going and what's going to be open when the country opens back up again and all the things are back to kind of the new normal. So our first guest tonight, guys, Cindy Garza is going to be jumping on and talking a little bit about her journey as a coach. And you know what? I'm just going to let you take it over, Cindy. Go ahead and jump on in.
Thank you so much, Casey. It's such an honor to get to present tonight, because I have been, for the last 8 years, watching so many other coaches do this and being inspired by their stories. So I'm hoping I can inspire someone with mine tonight. like I said, almost 8 years. A week from today is actually my 8-year anniversary. And that's really exciting because my life has transformed so much since I first joined this program as a coach, which is how I joined. Some background on what brought me into this coaching is that I used to be a gym owner. I was an entrepreneur. I had that brick and mortar business, and I poured my heart and soul into that business. And Casey mentioned 2008, 2009, and the financial crisis, and I survived that financial crisis, but not very well. And I limped along in my business for many years after that until a wonderful friend who is also a client of mine told me about this program that her son-in-law and daughter were doing and having such amazing success. And I just needed to check it out. And I was resistant because oftentimes people in the fitness industry are resistant to a program like this. Just simply because we don't know, that's what it's all about. And what we don't know, we can't, embrace. And finally I listened and I learned, and I didn't hesitate for a second. And the reason I didn't hesitate was because I was working with clients and I had no tools to work with my clients besides exercise and diet. And we all know what exercise and diet is like when you're trying to lose weight and get healthy. It's so hard. And you only have, you're working with somebody for an hour in a day, and the answer was not at my gym. And not to mention the fact that I was financially stressed, burned out. I was a solopreneur, so I was completely working on my own. I had wonderful staff, but in the end, the financial debt was my responsibility and responsibility. And I'm sure many of you entrepreneurs out there can understand that, and some of you have experienced that. Well, I started coaching. I went all in, and what I found was I was replacing my income so fast. I was kind of upset about the fact that I was funneling all of this money that I was earning back into a business that was actually failing and I was burned out on and I wanted out of. So I went to an event, and they always say, go to the event, something will happen at an event that will change your life. And I'll tell you what, I went to a super regional event that we had in Portland. I believe it was at Jansen Beach. And I listened to 2 speakers who changed my life forever. And those of you who have been around for a while know the conversations with yourself stories that we used to have. And I listened to Lisa Castro do that, and it completely changed my life. And it gave me hope that I could do this too. And another coach, who I'm sure some of you know this one as well, who was talking about taking care of her sons and working from home, and how she was going to now get to bring her husband home from his police business or job as a policeman. And I knew I could do it. I knew I could do it too. And so I did. And I went all in, and I decided to sell my business, which took a little longer than I originally planned. But eventually it happened. But there was something that made it happen real abruptly, and that was that my husband was in a real serious car accident. But that also pushed me to do it. It got me to take the step towards letting go of what was holding me back in my life and to embrace what I could have. And I was able to care for him, nurse him back to health. It took him about 6 months of rehab, and we got to do it together, and I was free. I was working my job from home. I was free of what was holding me back, and it was amazing. And we went on to just kind of explore life together and grow together. And we went on an adventure and moved to Mexico for 2.5 years and adventured all around and experienced new things. Last year during the summer, you can see my daughter and her family, part of her family, one's missing there, in the middle picture. And she had lymphoma last summer. And I was able to go back from Mexico and be with her and her family, and just to be there and support and go through that process was so huge for me and for her. And I had my clients all through this experience. They were there to lift me up. I was there to lift them up, and we never missed a beat. It kept going, and everybody thrived. Amber's thriving. Life is getting back to normal. And my husband and I Went back to Mexico at that point, only to come back again because we were travelers and we loved it. And we came in November to Phoenix to an OPTAVIA event. And we fell in love with Phoenix, and we decided, you know what, why not? We're free. We have time freedom. We have the financial freedom, the ability to do this. Let's buy a house and move to Phoenix. We need the sunshine. We moved from Oregon to Mexico because we wanted sunshine all the time and we wanted to go on that adventure. But we were ready to come back. And so we chose Phoenix, and we are loving it and living here. And now it's just a quick little trip up north to go see family. And you know what? I'm just passionate about sharing that with people, with helping them to find the freedom from lives that hold them back. And I was a professional at living a life that held me back. And I'm just so grateful that, you know, my friend reached out to me and she said, you know, just listen, just take a chance, because maybe it could happen for you. And man, if anyone has talked to you about coaching, if you've thought about it and no one's talked to you about coaching, reach out to whoever, you know, posted the link or shared this link with you, and just give it a try. What can it hurt? Talk to someone about it, because it could be exactly what you're looking for, like it was for me.
Wow. Thanks, Cindy. Thanks for sharing. Really, really just a lot of the ability for you to be with your family during that time was just a gift that we were so excited that you could do. So, so important, so important. So guys, before we move on, I want to talk a little bit about the company. So, you know, this company has been committed to providing solutions for creating optimal health. We have over 30,000 independent OPTAVIA coaches and healthcare professionals. And Medifast is our parent company. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Medifast, but they're leaders in safe and effective proven meal replacements for over 30 years. And the products and programs have been proven safe in clinical studies at a lot of the researching and major universities and teaching hospitals. And it's an American company. We have our own R&D and manufacturing and warehouse facilities, and it's strong corporate and field led. As you can see, the trainings are fantastic all the way across the board. It's a New York Stock Exchange company and financially solid. Like I said, USA based, US based, and we have impacted over 1 million lives. So it is definitely a credible company that offers just all kinds of benefits to people. And our tagline is lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. And that's really our mission. Is what we want to do for people is, we do it through 4 different ways. We have the 4 components that are critical in the overall optimization of the system. You already know about the independent OPTAVIA coach. That's the person that's going to guide you. They're not here to be the expert. They're not here to wag their finger at you. They're not here to be the food police. They're not here to make you feel bad. They're here to just walk alongside you and help you learn more about yourself and just really take that personal responsibility and just make improvements in your overall well-being. And the Habits of Health transformational system, we talked about that, the Life Book, the app, the Habits of Health book. I mean, what a great system. And in fact, when I was training personal trainers across our state, really, I would say, you know what, you need to read these books before you even consider becoming a personal training, because this is the missing link for so many people to be able to connect authentically and empathetically with people. And it's not just about the science and just here, do this. But that material, the science is here. The Habits of Health definitely gets into all the science, but it brings it into a personal, intimate relationship with yourself. The OPTAVIA community, so many people will just be impacted by the number of people who are doing the same thing that you're doing. And knowing that you have these community calls, the Monday night calls, the Wednesday night calls, and you can tap into those, the private Facebook groups, I mean, just all the things that will just keep you engaged. And when we have the live activities and the live things that you can do one day again soon, you'll be able to be a part of all of those things. Right now, they do a great job with the virtual community. And then OPTAVIA Fuelings, this is where a lot of people have kind of heard about us in the beginning, but when you have the nutritional footprint, the probiotics, the vitamins and minerals that, you know, delivered every 2.5 hours, that your body can actually maximally absorb them and create a nice insulin response that's going to be steady, so that you can tap into your stored body fat and really start to make headway in your overall body fat reduction goals, if that's your goal, but also for health and nutrition, because getting those nutrients in is vital. So the 3 areas that we really talk about to create that optimal health is our healthy mind, our healthy body, and our healthy finances. And if we don't have any one of those things balanced, it can kind of start to cause a little havoc in your overall health and well-being. As I described in my story, when my healthy finances were questionable at the time, my healthy mind was, well, it wasn't questionable. It was for sure having some challenges. And then my healthy body was no longer healthy because of the other 2. So you can see how they all work together. And that's really the goal, by embracing the life book and the habits of health and your community, your coach, all of the things, how it works together and just creates the best environment for you to make those changes. So what does it look like to become an independent OPTAVIA health coach? It reinforces your decision to be healthy. I mean, when you are learning this material and when you are sharing it with others, it makes you aware of who you want to be. And that helps you coach other people with that. Paying it forward to make a difference. This has always been something that I've been passionate about, because I want people to say, because of you, I was able to have the strength to do this. And that's a very, very powerful thing in the universe, to just do well onto others. It's fun, it's rewarding. I tell you, for those of you who are probably doing dual jobs, when you pick up the phone for your OPTAVIA client, those are the best phone calls in the world. When you pick up your other business line, sometimes it's like, oh man, I got this other, like, I just want to do this all day. So it's fun, it's rewarding, and it's meaningful work. The compensation, the currency of goodwill, just doing good unto others is rewarding all by itself, but you definitely can fulfill financial needs and goals. So if you want to dream big, there's no limit to what you can dream with OPTAVIA. And then leave a legacy of health, like what we've been able to create with our families, the way that they've been brought up in a healthy environment, emotionally as well, has been just we can just see how that has impacted them as they've grown and became older. So there's 3 different kind of coaching scenarios that you'll fall into. Number 1 is the OPTAVIA coach, and then you have the OPTAVIA business coach. And the business coach, the OPTAVIA coach acquires clients and helps clients. The business coach not only helps clients, but also helps coaches help their clients. And then you have your business leader, which basically is helping clients and helping their coaches and helping other coaches who are also business coaches. So it's this great process of team effort and team support that really gives people the best opportunity to just be successful. So our next guest is Angie Lile coming on, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her story and what health coaching has meant for her. So.
Hello, everybody. I'm just seeing my picture up there. So I'm thinking everybody can see me. Thank you, Casey. Wow, this is exciting. I love it. There's a lot of people on this call right now, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I am very thankful that I got asked to share about why I signed up to be a coach. And so I say I'm a lot, so I'm going to skip over that. I signed up, actually, let's just backtrack a little bit. Cindy is my coach, and I've known Cindy for a very, very long time. I actually taught at her gym, and I personal trained there as well. And over the years, she's reached out to me a few times about this program that she was coaching. And I had every excuse in the book. It's not the right time, maybe after Christmas, maybe after summer, maybe, just maybe. It was never a yes. She called me in April, and we had talked, and I actually listened this time. And I was at a place in my life where I had my spiritual self really, really good, and my family life was good, and I was missing something. I have a great job. I'm an activities director and a life enrichment director in a retirement facility. And I love that job, but I was still feeling like I wasn't getting something. And so she reached out and we talked, and I told her that I would think about it. And I talked with my husband about it, and he said, if you want to do it, go for it, you know, and he was kind of hum-on around about it. So I called her the next morning and I said, I'm in. And the reason I said I'm in is because I really wanted to get my health back on track. And I knew that for me, being accountable, if I was a coach, then I'm out there and I'm the example that all my clients and everybody else are seeing. And I knew that I would stick with my own program a lot better if I'm more of a teacher. And, you know, it kind of goes back with my background of teaching and personal training. I've always loved fitness. And so I said yes. And then I hadn't ordered my program yet. So it took me a couple weeks. But then I got my program and I started, and I started feeling good immediately. And the energy was just through the roof. And that reiterated what I was going to be telling my friends, because I wanted to share this with everybody. I mean, who doesn't want to feel amazing? Who doesn't want to feel lighter on their feet, right? And also, as I was learning how to coach, and with our program, you know, everything is taught to us, and there is no fuzzy areas, because anything that you have a question about, I ask Cindy or I ask Casey or Candy, and they answer it. Everything is put out there. Somebody else paved the way for us. And so this has just been such an adventure. My husband and I get along a lot better because we don't have the financial problems that we were having. We were paycheck to paycheck, and I'm 46, he's 51, and we shouldn't be paycheck to paycheck. The other thing was I could either get healthy or I could get more unhealthy. And I chose to get healthy, and it was time. I mean, I was 183 pounds. And I was miserable, and I would work out like crazy, but I'd eat, you know, I'd reward myself and eat crappy food. So I dove into my life book. I started doing the fuelings and following everything to a T because I wanted those results. And I knew that if I followed it as strict as I could, that I would get the best results if I put the best effort in. And then I started talking to my friends, and they started seeing how I was changing and how I was just energetic and full of life again. And to feel that way is so amazing. And then to share it with people there's nothing like it. I still work my other job. I actually make more money coaching than I do my other job. But they're both very rewarding. You know, I love my old people, they're amazing. But being a coach, I don't have to be a boss lady. I talk to my clients, and, you know, we communicate and we figure out if there's some issues, if there's a bump in the road, let's figure out how to fix it, get you right back on track. And we do our check-ins once a week. I checked in with a really close friend of mine who's a client, and she's actually watching this call. And you know, we had a good half an hour talk, and they're not normally like that. They're not as long as that, but it was a heart-to-heart talk. I get really, I'm dedicated to be a good coach, and I want to learn everything that I can to help everybody out there, because people need this. You know, they're scared to make that jump, but once you show them that it works and they see your energy, you can let them borrow your energy for a little while. I do. You know, I want to share my excitement and share the love and the passion that I have for helping people, and watch them get healthy and watch them come alive again. So
That is awesome. Thanks, Angie. You know what, Angie? I'm looking at this this hill in the background in Pacific City. This is Pacific City, right?
Yeah.
That's quite the hill. And to not only have the physical strength and endurance to do that hill and do it for fun is pretty outstanding. And to do it with a community of friends is also very cool. But yeah, you are helping a lot of people kind of, you know, reestablish their life and and just move forward again. And you're doing that through leading by example, and your energy and sharing your energy is what coaching is all about. Getting people, excited about what's possible is a huge thing. So thank you for sharing your story. So what does it look like, guys? What does this thing look like? It's a relational model. So it's focused on optimal well-being. So you're paying it forward to other people. You're self-employed and independent. And I tell you right now, like to be responsible for your own income without any limitations and without any corporations telling you what you can and cannot do is really powerful right now. But full-time or part-time opportunities, there's low startup and operational costs. In fact, there's no inventory. Flexible business, so you can work from anywhere. That's been a huge attraction for our family. No quotas or monthly purchases are required, and you have tons of training and support, and it's just getting better and better. Basically, with your OPTAVIA coach support, there's comprehensive training like I already discussed, but learn as you earn. So there's the ability for you to just jump in and just through this apprentice style mentorship team training, you learn as necessary. So there's no slowdown or wait to get all the information that you could possibly understand in order to help people. You can help people right off the bat. So we employ team coaching. And like I said, the apprentice style coaching has been so instrumental, and Angie had alluded to it as well, that you have a question, you bring it up to your support team, they can help answer it. You don't need to know everything. Work at your own pace. Okay, some people have bigger goals. They have more things they want to achieve. Other people want to help maybe one or two people because those people need health in a big way and they just want to help get them started. So at whatever pace is appropriate for you guys. And then optional local, regional, and national wellness and training events. I mean, we had some great online events that happened this year. They were outstanding just to watch how the company was able to pivot during this very strange time. And actually maximize the training and developing for the whole entire team has been incredible. So what that proves to me is that we are always looking out for how to become better, how to become stronger, and how to help more people. So guys, join our mission. You're not going to be sorry that you did. Somebody invited you to this call tonight because they thought that you had something in you that could impact and help other people. And they may even want to impact and help you. In fact, I can guarantee you that's what they want to do. They want to help you enhance your life and your overall health, because it all goes together, like we talked about with the trilogy of health and well-being. So I would encourage you guys, reach back out to the person that invited you to this call tonight. Let them know you're ready to rock and roll. It's time to get going. We got a lot of people that need our help right now, and you can be the deciding factor of really helping them say yes to their optimal health. Thanks for joining us tonight, guys.
At OPTAVIA, our mission is to offer the world lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. The prior audio contained the personal testimonials of independent coaches and clients within the OPTAVIA community. Their results are based on the unique experiences of their journey. We cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. We hope those stories inspire you to continue your journey with or to consider joining OPTAVIA. But please note that they have not been verified and your individual journey to optimal health will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you speak with a healthcare provider in the US or a doctor in Singapore and Hong Kong prior to beginning your journey with OPTAVIA. Additionally, this audio may have contained income or earning representations of some independent OPTAVIA coaches. We cannot guarantee financial success. Success with OPTAVIA is derived from successful sales efforts, which require hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. OPTAVIA acknowledges that this audio may be accessible to OPTAVIA coaches in the US, Hong Kong, and Singapore. For independent OPTAVIA coaches operating in the US, please see the OPTAVIA income disclosure statement for statistics on actual earnings of US coaches under the U.S. compensation plan. Please note that the income disclosure statement only applies to independent OPTAVIA coaches operating in the U.S. under the U.S. compensation plan and does not in any way constitute any representations as to actual or potential accrual of benefits for Hong Kong or Singapore coaches under the international compensation plan. Yours in health, the OPTAVIA team.